Okay, this is example 2 for BB13, match quadratic functions and their graphs. So if we notice for our first equations here, they both have a equals -1. So we're not actually going to be able to choose which equation goes with which graph just based on that -a like we did on our last example. So let's look at the standard forms that they've given us. Now notice that this one here is in standard form because the highest degree goes first, followed by the next degree. And g of x here is also in standard form. I want us to not focus so much on this because this equation is actually in intercept form, which is not going to be covered until algebra 2. So we both know that they're both going to open downward. Both of these are our standard forms. In those standard forms, it's really important that we're able to find our C. Because like we've talked about before, our C is going to equal the y-intercept of our graph. So if C is our y-intercept, let's look at this first one. We've got -x² plus 5x. There's no C that's being added, so we can assume that C is equal to 0. Meaning we will have a y-intercept at 0, 0. Let's look at the next one. So for this one, we have -x². We're missing our linear term, and we have -4. So our C here is equal to -4. So looking back at our graphs, we can identify where we're crossing the y-axis by looking simply at the cross in the y-axis. Let me get rid of that one. Awesome. So that tells us that the first equation, where we have a cross at c equals 0, is actually going to go with this first graph. And our next equation, where we're crossing at -4, is going to go with this second graph. To do that in IXL, you're simply just going to click and drag those equations in. I hope this helps.